Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are going to be taking on the next boss with Lion Knight Albert. This might take me a few tries, so let's cross our fingers. That's never a good noise. It's never a good noise. That's never a good thing. Black misty clouds of doom are never a good thing. Great. Okay, so one thing that I haven't pointed out yet, but I'm sure a few people have picked up on, is most bosses kind of have two stages. And, well, at least in this game, I mean. And that's definitely true for this fella here. This first stage, they're kind of giving you an idea of his moveset. But once we get him around half HP or so, that moveset's going to change. And he's going to get a lot more dangerous. He's going to get stronger. And this is where it's going to start. You're going to notice he's going to get a lot faster. And he's going to be a much bigger hazard. And he starts doing dash attacks like that. For this guy, I'd suggest you really want to stay in close, but you got to try and keep an eye on what he's doing. Oh, cool. Lion Knight finished him off. You really want to keep an eye on what he's doing so you don't end up on the receiving end of any of his attacks. Very cool. Okay, well before we forget, we picked up his soul. Soul of Vort of the Boreal bleh. Soul of Vort of the Boreal Valley. There we go. My god. One of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Clearly I can't talk today. Used to acquire many souls or transposed to extract its true strength. Vort served as an outrider knight, never far from the fleeting dancer. That's going to be important later. And last episode, we also picked up this from the head maiden of the castle. Small banner held by Lothric messengers. Hold up outside the main castle gate to be greeted by an escort. When the high wall appeared, the path to the undead settlement was blocked, and messengers came bearing this banner, were sent out with a duty but had no way of returning. Apparently they didn't have the benefit of bonfires. Now let's look. And down here we can see how many souls that are required for us to level up. And we could level up probably twice. So let's go do that real quick. Go talk to our friend here. I'm just seeing how many levels I could do. Do 3 levels. Thinking maybe vitality to increase my equip load, vigor because I haven't really raised my health yet. And we'll top off my strength to, well, not top it off, but put it to 20. What's that leave us with for souls? Not too much. Let's do a couple things to wrap up some stuff in the High Wall of Lothric before moving on. Do I have any more Estus shards? No, I did finally use all those up. Only took me like 3 episodes to do it. Okay, so let's go to... yeah, let's go to Tower on the Wall. We're going to finally kill that knight downstairs. Not that it really matters. And we're going to see what is hiding by that dragon. We'll probably tie up some loose ends and then move on to the next area in the next episode, I'm thinking. Okay, so... from here... yeah, hi. Uh-oh. Keep the combo going. Out of stamina. There we go. That was at least an improvement. I'm still working off the rust that I had. I'm also still nursing a cold. Sorry for clearing my throat so much. See some flames. I think I might just run through. This may be a bad idea. Why are you not cooking things yet? You are feeling really generous for a dragon. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now this, what I'm about to do, might be a death run. And that is generally when you go somewhere and you're pretty confident you're going to die, but you're grabbing items that you're not going to lose when you die. If you're going to do that, it's important to not have very many souls on you, and not really care about dying, and in this case, losing your embered status, which gives you a little bit of a health boost, and allows you to summon people. Alternatively, wow, before he wouldn't give any flames, now he's nothing but fire. Alternatively, what you'd want to do is you'd perch yourself here and you'd just keep throwing arrows at this guy, and when you get him down to about 1/3 of health, he'll just fly the coop, and then you can mosey up here and loot it to your heart's content. But specifically, there is a sword up here that I really want to get. That's what I want. Now, if I die now, I don't care. I might have enough HP to live, we'll see. But that Claymore is what I wanted. Fire bombs. Oh hey, this spot's kind of safe. Didn't know that. I will grab that item on the way out. Now in here... Calm down. You can't get me. In here... I failed. I can't remember if I can open that door from this side or not. Pretty sure I can. Pretty sure this is another shortcut. Well, kind of. Yep. That over there is where the second bonfire is. So that would be like where the Lothric Knight spawns. Oh, in fact, there's his dead body. But if we run back in here, hop down here, you're looking around, and you're like, oh hey, there's a chest here. Now if you look, this chain is in a different spot from the others. And if we look real close, this chest is breathing. Now I don't know if you've been around many chests in your day, but generally ones made out of wood shouldn't be breathing. So, for any of you guys that have been watching my episodes up to this point, you know that Lloyd's talismans can put mimics to sleep. So, we whip this at him. You wait a second, and he will give us this item. And eventually he will go back to his, not sure what to call it, his ready state, I guess. You know, where he's a regular, well, not a regular, but imitating a closed chest. There he goes. Oh, that's right. There was one more item over there I needed to grab. Or at least I said I'd grab it. See if I can make this jump. There we go. You gonna torch everything, or just scream at me? Just gonna scream, huh? A club. Cool, didn't even take any damage. Alright. Okay, so let's head back to the bonfire real quick. Oh, actually, no, before that, I almost forgot about another important thing. Earlier, we got a cell key. And down here, I told you guys, is where you'd use it. Uh-oh, 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 oh boy. Well, I wasn't expecting that to go quite that way. There's a couple more enemies, but hopefully we'll be okay. Ah. I'm gonna run back to the bonfire. I haven't died yet, and I can just see myself really eating shit if I do that. No reason to be bold if I don't need to. There we go. Okay, so I'll have to kill those couple of thieves again, but that's not that big of a deal. I swear those Lothric Knights are directionally deaf. Because there's sometimes you'll be going somewhere and they just won't hear you no matter what. Oh, I forgot too. We picked up out of the Mimic, we got this. And this is a deep battle axe. It has uh, like a dark damage effect to it. And you can see that down here. And it's stuff like this is really good early on. It's not quite as good later, but you can see here, and I actually have the, whoops, wrong button. I actually have the regular battle axe to compare it to. Regular battle axe starts out with my current stats, 125 plus 20, so that's 145. This has 103 physical, 103 dark, so that gives us 206 total damage. That's assuming they aren't resistant to dark, so on and so forth. That's just its base attack, if with no consideration for the enemy. So that's really nice early on, but later on, when you're dealing with enemies that have resistances and stuff, generally it's less appealing. You can definitely have weapons that have elemental attributes like through the end of the game, but most players, I'd say, generally gravitate away from it. That's another locked door. That goes to something else that will be coming across pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So we won't worry too much about that right now. This guy, you can see a guy over there. He's kind of hiding behind these barrels, which is a bad plan. Oh wow, it didn't hit him. That's funny. Ow. Well, that was foolish of me. I didn't see the other ones there. And remember, always heal up. Mail breaker. Where are you? Oh, right there. This hard, edgeless sword can pierce through tough armor and boasts a deadly critical attack. Its skill is the shield splitter. Aim carefully and attack in a large forward lunge to pierce through enemy shields and inflict direct damage. So if you're using the skill of this weapon, the damage goes straight through their shields. And as you can see, compared to most other weapons, it has a high critical stat, which is common between that and daggers. Yeah, the rapier has a higher one. Stuff like that. Personally, I'm not big on the mail breaker. It's kind of like it's got sort of a very specific niche. It's definitely got its place in some scenarios, but like personally, I wouldn't use it all the time. So we find ourselves in this cell, and there's some kind of dude back here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Ah, you're no jailer, are you?
Do I look like one?
No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that enkindled ash.
And you must be a detective.
Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then? Huh?
I may be a thief, but I swear I won't screw you. We're gonna grant his request.
I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
Okay, we're gonna talk about him in a bit more pretty quick here, but before I forget, let me just read the blue tearstone ring. A ring set with a large rare tearstone jewel temporarily boosts damage absorption when HP is low. This stone is said to be a tear of sorrow from the goddess Katha. And of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. Pretty morbid. In the meantime, before delivering it, we can go ahead and equip it. As the description mentions, it only really gives you any benefit when your HP is low. But, you know, sometimes that's, it's just enough to keep you alive. I'm kind of chuckling in my head at the lamp because Dark Souls 1 really loved marking ladders with lamps. And it's funny because when I first played through Dark Souls 1, I didn't really notice this. And there's one level in particular that is infamous in Dark Souls 1, Blighttown. And it's ladder central. Oh, and in defeating Vort of the Boreal Valley, of course, we have his bonfire on our list now. But with Blighttown, it was just ladders everywhere, and it's a really cool level, but it's really frustrating, especially for people going through it for the first time. Like, it is so incredibly frustrating. And something that really helped me that I didn't notice until I was almost done with it is that they almost always mark ladders with torches in Dark Souls 1's case. And once I found that out, I was so annoyed, but at the same time so happy. Because they were so more obvious to me once I realized that. But anywho, the claymore we picked up. I need some more decks. That is unfortunate. What else did I pick up when I was over there? The club. I think those are the only two things we have to read. So, an unusually large and heavy greatsword, normally wielded with two hands. This highly versatile weapon can be swung broadly or thrusted. And that's kind of like what I like about it, that it has both thrust and slashes. It just kind of works with my playstyle. And what I also really like is its stance. It uses a normal attack to break a foe's guard from below. And a strong attack is a forwards lunge, but I don't use that one very much. But the normal attack can break people's guard, and I really enjoy that. It's really handy. And it also leveled up. It has decent scaling. It's not too great now with D&D, but it gets better. And the club here is a pretty nice weapon for straight strength builds. And there's other versions of the club that are even better. This one starts off with C, and I think it improves to an A. It might even go to S, but I'm not sure about that. A simple wooden club characterized by its savage, leaping attacks. This crude bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes and can break the guard of a shield. And it's got the war cry skill. What is the moveset like on the club in this one? I can't remember. Get away from anyone who might get hit with collateral. I don't mind the quick attack, but I'm not really digging that. Oh, that's kind of funny. The regular R2 seems slower than the like lunging one, which is kind of different. We might end up with a great, like one of the other clubs eventually, but I want to work towards the Claymore. What was I using? I was using the Battle Axe, duh. But at least in the near future, we're probably going to end up using that Claymore, and if I can, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it before we finish off this episode. So we're going to reinforce and Claymore. First one only needs 2 Titanite shards. And you can see there it's going to go from 138 to 151 damage. And it's because I don't have enough dex, my skill is, or rather my lack of skill is actually having a negative effect, and it's going to go from negative 55 to negative 60. But as soon as we get 13 dex, that's going to be a completely different effect. 530 souls upgrade. We'll go ahead and do that. And we need 1 more shard for the next upgrade.
Be careful. I don't want to see that.
I need 13 and we have 10. So the next 3 levels I need to spend on dex if I want to use that. Which works out because then I can use a longsword as well. Alrighty guys, I think this is as good a time as any to end this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.